Okay, we will do a final test here quickly. If we can just get confirmation that we have our audio back, then we can move on quite nicely. I'm just waiting for feedback that our audio is working fine now, that there's a decent pickup, and that everybody can hear us. Okay, I've got finally confirmation that audio is up and running. Our apologies for that. Okay, so let's start. This will be a very nice 30-minute demonstration on a little application you see behind me. I say little, it is quite a gem that's crossed our desk here, literally. It's the Microsoft Whiteboard. In a day and age that we currently find ourselves, it is not just important to be able to recite popular quotes. It is also important to know how to collaborate remotely, how to interact with individuals in either different offices, different facilities, or even different locations across the globe. Throughout the weeks so far, you've probably had a lot of news reports, you've had a lot of content and material that shows you video conferencing software, remote learning, remote working, all of those aspects. So we will cover that down the line as well, delving into each one of those specifically. What we found, though, in the case of the Microsoft Whiteboard is a little tool that is not reliant on video conferencing. This is truly a little tool, and I'm going to keep saying little because it looks small until you really start using it, and then you can take it from there. Okay, so the key here is that what we want to indicate here is that you can do remote collaboration that is very popular when you don't have a dedicated internet connection, or you might not have a dedicated collaboration system. Now, this interactive whiteboard software from Microsoft is freely available, and how we go about getting that is simple. Obviously, supporting Microsoft here with Bing, Google is adequate as well. We do a basic search on Microsoft Whiteboard, and you'll find your results. Browsing through to that, it will automatically open up the software if you've already got it installed. Alternatively, just so you can get an idea of what this is about and what we're going to be illustrating today, is a very nice, we'll stay in South Africa for now, okay, information structure. They've done a stunning job giving you insight as to what this little application is about, and where we really want to focus as well is with cross-platform. Now, cross-platforms is extremely important in this day and age. Just waiting for my browser to load again. And what you'll notice is that this is perfect for any Windows environment. However, Microsoft has really opened this up to other platforms as well. You'll notice that for iOS, Apple iOS, that's your iPads, this is also compatible. And for the ones of us that still utilize Android or is focused on Android devices, tablets, or smartphones, there's the web version available as well. So give it a go, have a look. And play around with it. Today we'll hope to get across some of the nifty features and applications you can use during this application. So when we actually have a look at this, how do I open it up? A variety of options. On my toolbar you'll see Whiteboard there, little blue marker with a squeegee pen. Alternatively, if I'm using the inking space on Windows, bottom right corner, I've got a little pen there. Should I pick it up? It gives me the option to use my snipping tool or my whiteboard. The whiteboard will open up this application for me. So what am I looking at first of all? I'm looking at essentially what looks like a standard whiteboard, but on a digital media format. What I see at the bottom of the toolbar is what looks like a couple of markers, a variety of different colors and pens, and maybe some other options and tools. Microsoft has done a stunning job with keeping the interface very user-friendly and very intuitive. This is extremely important so you don't have to worry about training. about training or adoption rates. Okay, when we start going through these toolbars, what we will find is that this is embracing the Microsoft philosophy. Okay, so what do we look at the bottom here? Okay, when we select a pen, it essentially allows us to start annotating the basic hello. You will probably see an autocorrection happening already, or some smart object orientation. Double-clicking the pen allows me to select a variety of different colors and thicknesses. This is a very nice tool to select should I actually want to utilize different thicknesses to get messages across, or annotate, or discuss. Where this comes in very powerfully is it's not to double tick or double select the whole time. Why they've got essentially 4, 5, 6 markers on the bottom is you can essentially go and pre-select these. So if we go basic, black, thin, red for marking, should I mark up or mark down there, slightly thicker there. Blue is always a popular color. We'll go for just second fattest there. And then we'll go for the green color in the bottom as the fattest one there. Now it allows for very easy selection of this. So if I'm writing a couple of points that we would like to discuss in the session, I can very easily toggle between colors without double selecting the pen to get across certain elements. Okay. The ones of you that have been paying attention would notice that the square, the green square that I drew right in the end, auto-corrected itself, auto-fixed itself. And that comes from the setting pane on the right-hand side. Okay. The second option there, ink to shape, is the one that allows for this. And this really helps people similar to myself with correcting the handwriting and obviously object orientation. So your normal circle, like you would normally draw there, can turn into a perfect little circle like that. Alternatively, because this is a digital whiteboard, I'm allowed infinite space so I can move my annotations aside to any side or all around to move around and draw additional shapes or interact in any aspect that is required right here or right now. So we can actually have a variety of options pulling into these idea bubbles as such. Very easily toggling around, moving around, and utilizing my space. So I think Microsoft has done a stunning job actually facilitating a very basic, at this stage, interactive whiteboard allowing for annotating. So let's explore this further. This is not where the power really lies. Yes, I've got infinite space. Yes, I can annotate, and yes, I've got smart objects essentially there. In the toolbar at the bottom, you will notice that I've got a variety of other short keys available to me, and this is where this package really starts to shine. I've got basic text, so should I be typing around here and do the basic programming one like you would normally do, hello world. Okay, and you can see my spelling is atrocious, so we'll just ignore that one, but hello world, I can move it around, select it, essentially with double, 2 fingers, multi-touch, increase the size, turn it around, move it around to where I need that specific text. Very easily change the color to it so it's more applicable to my existing environment that I'm busy with. And then what I like about this is that everything you add to this whiteboard turns into an object that allows you another toolbar at the top of this. So should I want people to collaborate with me in this specific space, it is quite nice that somebody can come here and also like the button. However, we are practicing social distancing and I might not have somebody right next to me. In fact, I'm reliant on people in completely different areas. And this is another unique, well not unique, a very popular feature with this specific package. To the top right, I will see my little blue man that allows me to create a sharing link. It essentially creates a web URL that I can switch on It creates that sharing link for me as long as I've got an internet connection at this stage, which I will be able to copy and, as it states there, share, whether through WhatsApp, Skype, email, any one of those items I might be utilizing, or even social media. And anybody clicking on that link will have access to this whiteboard after one critical aspect. And that aspect is, what do I need to use the software? It is, after all, free. You do require an account, a registered account. It is a free account. You can go to Microsoft and register for Outlook or Hotmail account. Your Xbox Live account is applicable. And then, of course, either your education or business Office 365 account is fully applicable as well. That will allow you access to this. To utilize the software suite, I do not have to have a permanent internet connection. When I click to go back and view all my available whiteboards, you will notice that some of them are synced, some of them aren't syncing. Okay, as soon as I've got an internet connection, all of this will constantly sync over the cloud, Microsoft Cloud, a relatively stable environment, and will be at my disposal where I log into Microsoft Whiteboard on any other device again. So there's a fantastic little avenue to have your items secured, but also easily accessible. So when we look at maybe one of the other whiteboards, I completed utilizing my stock standard laptop that has no touch. It provides me with an opportunity here to really add more multimedia. Turn what was originally a standard whiteboard into a very collaborative space. In this specific whiteboard here, you will see I've turned it to a blackboard with stripes. So obviously that must be an option. Again, to my options pane there to the right, you will notice, what's it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the top, format background. Gives me a variety of options there that I can select very easily, changing my background to a color that might be applicable to what I'm utilizing. I prefer the black color there. It really shines off the content. I also got the option to change what sort of grid or line structure I'm utilizing. Okay, with reference to that, I can change very quickly to squares big, squares small. I've got the crisscross little fence look that I can have there, or the one that I have lines. So this really allows you, whether you're a corporate environment or a little bit more of an educational environment, to really set up an interface that's applicable to the content you want to discuss, brainstorm, or even get across. Okay. So what we have here is our communication channels that have been set up. One of the primary ones, or the biggest ones there that we really want to focus on, is our Parrot website. Our Parrot website, a very popular interface there. From there you can find all our contact details to our branches and also our dedicated call center that can address any of your concerns. Another resource that is really gaining popularity is our online academy. Our online academy is the Parrot Learn portal. You can actually request a link from there, or just browse to learn.parrot.co.za or learn.parrotproducts.biz, and you will be able to access, register, or request assistance from there. We also have a link available on the Parrot Learn portal that allows you access to our YouTube videos, similar to the ones we are running now. Okay, so there's not just an online academy. It is a resource of fantastic content and also provides you with a quick link of what is the next sessions that we will be discussing. You can also scan on your device right now, should you want to, the QR codes that will navigate you right through to either one of those websites. I've got the number there for the Parrot Call Center, and then of course for the ones that do not like speaking to people over the phone, you can rely on our email addresses as well. It is extremely popular, these emails, from a sales perspective, as we provide a whole wide range of PPE, ICT, and stationery products. So for sales, focus on sales@parrot.co.za, and for support, more specifically on the interactive one, pi.support@parrot.co.za. That is for queries, suggestions, problem faults or troubleshooting, even if you just require assistance with a non-Parrot application similar to the Parrot Whiteboard, any one of our dedicated technicians will gladly assist you. So what you've noticed here, I was utilizing my whiteboard with content already created, easily annotating on it. Should I wish to turn back to one of my previous whiteboards, I can easily do that and still have access to everything that we discussed there. Zooming out gives me a full picture of everything we've discussed so far. What I would like to focus on is some of the other very nice features of this whiteboard. And that is to really incorporate all the other media that I might have on my specific PC that I would like to discuss. It is not efficient. It is not best for productivity or for time management to continuously duplicate. So should I have, for instance, a document discussing the value of the Microsoft Whiteboard, I should not be writing it up. Why do I not incorporate that? That's easy done with a right click. I can import a PDF wherever it might be on my system. It gives me that PDF immediately in the amount of pages to the right, and I can select to either incorporate one of these or all of them. What we'll do is we'll insert all of them. These have turned into little image shots, so I can move them around separately should I want. I can very easily select, zoom in, turn it around, move it around to certain spaces where I would like to discuss it. A little lock at the top allows me to put it onto the background, so I can't just easily move that around. It moves the entire whiteboard around. It's very popular for when I want to use this for further annotations. Let's zoom in a bit there and see if this is accurate. Microsoft Whiteboard says, okay, it is a free digital canvas where you can share ideas, content, and people come together. You saw the sharing. You saw how easy I can move around, and you can see how easy it is for me to add items like this. So when we actually look at the freely working around, I think we can all agree that it ticks that box. Collaborate in real time wherever you are. As stated, is compatible with any web browser. For Android application, the application itself is applicable and compatible with your iPads, and of course any Windows environment. It's got full access to this. So I think on that specific point, it does a stunning job, and we can give it a little tick. Okay, save automatically, resume seamlessly. You've noticed that nowhere I've had to go and click save. This is obviously an aspect that has been very prominent across all Microsoft products and is applicable here as well. So I never need to worry about some of my content, discussions, or collaboration not being shared and not being relevant or applicable. So I think, again, well done, Microsoft, for that one. When we refer back to this, you'll see how nice it was to annotate on any document. Now, this opens us up for education or corporate. Doesn't matter in which sector you are. You can really, from a remote perspective, upload your content, share your whiteboard, and without video conferencing session, allow for some sort of collaboration and interaction over those specific documents. You will notice with a right click again, I can have post-its, I can have images that I can import. Expand there, I can do the same with a Word document and a PowerPoint. It works exactly the same. So across all three of the primary products, I've got that functionality. What I like about this package as well is that it really incorporates copy-paste type of situations. Now, it's not applicable for me utilizing a touch interface like I might be doing now, but for you maybe behind a desktop where you're using a mouse and keyboard. So a lot of typing, a lot of mouse moving around, and I can copy, paste, and drag items onto this dashboard, and we'll leverage that. So if we are looking for an image, for instance, do a straight home search. Does a Bing search for me, so I don't have to worry about having the image online with me already. Automatically, it's already looking for Creative Commons license, so I don't have to worry about piracy at this stage. We'll select this beautiful home. Not that I want to be at a home right now. Probably want to be out and about. And there I go. It's easy to find anything I want to add to this so that we can very nicely move from this and say, hell, all of us really want to get out of this door. Okay. So you've now seen through this session that it is a very much an entry-level introduction to allow you and make you feel comfortable to go and try out the software. It really is something that you need to Go and play around with this. You'll notice that it is not very difficult. The icons, the tools is very clear and intuitive. I've got markers. All I need to know is that I've got one select, right click or double select, click it twice essentially to get additional features. For the educators out there, I know for some reason, and I don't know why, the next tool really rocks your boat, and that is the ruler. The ruler crosses the entire screen. I can move it around. If I'm using a mouse pad or a mouse, then it is essentially hovering my mouse over this and using my scroll button. That will move the ruler around. If I'm using a touch device, I can use my fingers, 2 fingers, to actually get around. It's beautiful. It gives me degrees in the center, and it allows me to then very easily draw straight lines, which is not my strongest suit. Okay, so you've got some features here. Clicking again takes it away. So, it's not really a complex enterprise-grade type of software where you expect to see tools upon tools and options upon options. However, it facilitates all those requirements at that level through very nice intuitive interface. One of the items I really want to show you is if you don't want to start from scratch, they've done a stunning job with incorporating templates. Templates is the third one from the top. When I have that, you will notice here that I've got brainstorming templates, I've got Kanban templates, I've got retrospective, effective meeting. Phew, that must be a popular one. And of course, the ever-present SWOT, okay, SWOT, for the ones that really want to go that route. Project planning. So there's some interesting ones here. Let's do project planning. I select it, and it gives me a pre-laid out sort of interface. It's really changed what was traditionally a normal whiteboard, pinboard, or anything like that, to a very nice digital interface that feels very much like a whiteboard, at the same time like something that most of us are using behind us, our systems. And having it as a multimedia system allows me to very easily share this with people that might not be around me. So I can get up, go cook lunch or dinner, while somebody else might be adding their points, come back when I'm ready, see what they've added into the specific space, and then contribute to that. When I'm done, I can just move out to one of my other whiteboards. And you can see we've got a couple there on the bottom as well, back to my Parrot communication one, and whoever I shared that board with, I might be taking it up with them again and see where they are. Okay, last thing that I want to sign off with is further sharing or collaboration. You've noticed that we really utilized our real estate on this whiteboard, the infinite space. Now I want to combine all of that so I've got a document that I can share or email if it was a little bit more applicable. So 2 more options there again. I've got my export option, and it gives me either PNG or SVG. SVG, scalar vector graphic, and that allows or creates an image that scales or resizes regardless of the resolution I'm running. Okay, so it's quite a popular format. Everybody knows a PNG, so we'll use PNG. So you get a feel for it, and what we are doing here is saving it to our desktop. And what would that look like? If we open our desktop app, there, I've got it. Is my image, and you would have noticed it took absolutely everything that I've gone and added and squashed it into a single image, so I've got a full idea of what's going on. Obviously, be careful with how much of the real estate you use, so you don't lose sight when you actually share it with somebody on the other side. Okay, guys, there's a whole lot more features and options that you can utilize here. Really go play around with it. It gives you the insight to see how you want to apply it, whether it's for your remote teaching, brainstorming with corporates, or anything like that. I hope you really have enjoyed the session. Apologies for the audio problem in the beginning. We were just sorting that out. And apologies for the additional video sentence. I know you all would have loved to see me. Next time, we will be there. Please keep on leaving your comments. Please keep on leaving your suggestions. We'll be running one of these every week, and it will just get better, better, better. And as the restrictions loosen up, we might even provide prizes. Okay, so go have a look at our website. You'll see there's some nice items that can be prizes there as well. We really hope you enjoyed the session. thank you for your time and patience, and have a very nice and successful day.